Have you completed the exercise on what you need to start your business? Good. Now you'll have a good idea about how much money you need at the start and for the first year. So let's look at where the money will come from. First of all, most people starting a business use some of their own savings. And if you look for funding from an external source, then some level of personal investment is expected. You can, of course, ask family, friends and business partners or other private investors to support you financially when you start up. Credit cards can be a useful way to make initial purchases, but make sure you don't overextend yourself. Hire purchase or leasing are other ways you may consider to help you buy startup equipment, such as vehicles, computers, or office equipment. Leasing, or as it's sometimes known, on contract, has some accounting benefits, but it's important to remember that the equipment remains the property of the leasing company, and if you default on payment, then they will take the equipment back. For some types of business, factoring or invoice discounting is a good way to fund working capital. This means you get cash to use in the business without waiting for customers to pay their invoices. A factor agent gives you an advance payment against the outstanding invoices for your company. When your customer pays the full invoice, you get the balance of the money less the factor agent's commission. Perhaps one of the most common ways to fund a new business is through loans and overdrafts. There are a variety of sources for this type of borrowing, including banks, building societies, and credit unions. For larger sums, you may want to consider Finance Wales. Full details are on the main web page. Remember, if you have a loan or overdraft, interest rates vary considerably, and many lenders also have setup charges or arrangement fees. Before you approach any lender, make sure you calculate your figures as accurately as possible. You will need to know your startup costs, as well as your anticipated cash flow for the first few months. You can then work out how much you need to borrow and how quickly you can anticipate repaying the loan. Most banks and other lenders will want to see a business plan and a 12-month cash flow forecast before they make a decision. An overview of how to create your business plan is included later in this module. And full details on how to work out your costs and create a cash flow forecast are covered in the Managing Your Finances module in this series. As well as borrowing money, there may be grants available to assist your new business. Check with a Welsh Government Business Advisor to find out what may be available to you and your business, or visit other areas of this website.